Afghan asylum seeker undergoing treatment for a brain tumor should be taken away and exiled to a holding facility 1,000 miles away from their oncologist and their medical treatment. This happened last week. Never ever be afraid to make some noise and get into good trouble, necessary trouble.
We also have one final check to growing authoritarianism. That is us, we the people. Immigrants are not the problem. Using tax dollars to target immigrants and snatch them off the streets is a problem. It has become a distraction from the real reason the American dream has become out of reach for so many, which is growing wealth inequality and corporate greed. Over 37,000 manufacturing jobs have been lost since tariffs were raised 4 months ago, and every American is now paying for them. The Department of Education just cut half of its staff, and most recently, just this week, all of the people who work to support our special education students that support IDEA, gone, not there anymore. Our work authorizations, people who are seeking asylum, including a 13-year-old that was just picked up out of Everett and now is in Virginia. This is not a red versus blue issue. This is a red, white, and blue issue. It's a we, the people of America issue.
Riding in a clown car with rapists and with brutes, thinking nothing gonna happen when you gobble up the loot. But the ocean's getting wilder and you're covering your eyes. It'll drown your sorry Bitcoin and wash away your life. Rise up higher every day. The ocean gonna rise up and wash you all away. Oh, you think you can control us with your doggies and AI, and we'll stand up and salute when the clown car rumbles by. But let me tell you something, you're naked and obscene, and we see through every scam, and we see through every scheme.
I want to share my experience. When I was a teenager, my family escaped a nightmare in Cambodia. We ran from the Khmer Rouge, a regime that turned neighbor into enemy, silent the truth, and ruled through fear. People vanished for speaking freely. Family whispered in their own homes. Every word, every choice could mean life or death. We fled across jungle and river with nothing but hope. Hope that somewhere there was a place where truth still mattered. A place where leaders served the people. That place for us was America. They divided us, rich against poor, farmer against teachers, one class against another. They knew that division was the tool of control. We must show up, we must speak up, we must vote like our freedom depends on it, because it does. And if you ever wonder what you would have done during the rise of tyranny, please understand that you are living that moment now. And we must never, ever let hate win.
That's right. For me to stand here at the boarding house park, a place that witnessed generations of workers, dreamers, and immigrants who built Lowell with their hands, their hearts, and their hope.
Long before I was a parent, I wanted to learn how to fight injustice. I never imagined how much I would need those advocacy skills to be a parent. Our country still has a long way to go in combating ableism, but instead of moving forward, the Trump administration would like to see us move backwards, taking away the rights that disabled activists have fought so hard for. Just last week, they laid off the whole department that administers special education funds and investigates rights violations. It's short-sighted, it's cruel. Our kids deserve better. I want my daughter to live in a country that embraces and celebrates diversity, where parents don't have to move mountains to get their kids' needs met, where she can be herself without fear. Between my daughter, her friends, and my own friends' children, nearly every identity on the LGBTQIA+ spectrum is represented. If you aren't lucky enough to count any trans kids among your loved ones, let me tell you a little about what they're like. They want the same things their cisgender peers want. Later bedtimes, more screen time, and lots of snacks. They want to hang out with their friends and enjoy their hobbies. They want basic human dignity and freedom of expression. They want to feel safe. A few years ago, when my daughter and her friends talked about trans issues, it was things like debating which Disney princess should get a coming out trans sequel. Now they debate which countries they could move to when they grow up, where they would all be safe. To all those of you who are targeted by this administration, especially the kids, you matter. We want you in our community. We are going to fight for you. We need you to believe that tyranny over some of us is tyranny over all of us. We need you to be the village it takes, the democracy it takes, the movement it takes to raise a child. Finally, I'd like to remind us all that we are never alone in this struggle.